Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Misery, watching my channel Mr. 14, and I'm back doing a review of Life at the Lockup, Love at the Lockup, Season 3, Episode 27. Alright, let's jump right into it because it ain't gonna be a long one. It's like, I don't know, a lot of these couples is annoying me. So it's like, I'm sitting there watching the episode, I said, okay, move on. I didn't even take notes like that. I mean, I'll take notes, but it ain't that big to take notes of. So, Sean and Destiny is the same thing. Destiny is worried about this court date. She don't know, she might go back to jail. So she's worried, and she knows she did them things in the past and catching up on her, is biting her on behind. So she just got to face the facts. So her sister Brittany said, you just got to go to the court, make the best for you, because if you skip court and you lose out on this, they're going to have a rest out for the rest for you, and then you going to probably do more time than what they giving you. So you better just go in court and see how that happens. So you never know what happens. You might not go back to jail, but if you don't go to court, you will go to jail because they will put a woman out your arrest. So she said, I don't know, I just got a lot to think about. I said, you always got something to think about. Why is so heavy this? Like, what is going on? So Sean is going there too, because Destiny told Sean not to worry about nobody to show up. But you know, Sean is worried about that $50,000 that he put up. I said he shouldn't put up in the first place. Like, I'll keep telling you that. But he is worried about that. So he arrived at the place. Brittany is sitting there waiting for her sister, calling her sister. She's not answering the phone. And she saw Sean call. He said, what the hell he doing here? I said, So now we don't know what's going on because we see Destiny driving, and she said she got something she ain't telling her sister, and she don't know everything. I said, what is this? What is you hiding? Whatever. So we'll see next week if they show that scene next week. If she go make up the court or not. We'll see how that goes. All right, Andrea and Lamar. So they packed up from the hotel. Cause, you know, Andrea had to sit down. She didn't go to sleep last night. Lamar was calling her. She wasn't answering the phone. But she had to deep think and say, you know what, I'm ready to sit down and have an adult conversation with Lamar and talk to him and see how this goes, because we can't be doing this. It's wrong to fight in front of the kids. I'm not showing my kids in a good light how to handle effective communication. So I'm going to sit down with Lamar. So they got in the house. He bought flowers. She said, this is interesting. And they sat down and talked. She said she's very upset that how he kept the secret and that he didn't include her in the aspect of Priscilla meeting Shantae. Now, Andrea keeps saying that Shantae blaming her for Lamar and her not having a good close connection. And she thinking that I'm keeping Lamar away from Shantae, and that's not it. It's Lamar's doing. So I want to clear that on the air and get that out in the open and say that it's not me. It's not me. So Lamar and Andrea finally have a adult conversation with no arguments, no going back and forth, listening to each other. And he apologized for how he handled it. He apologized for letting Priscilla keep it a secret from you. He shouldn't have done that. He should have told her and be up front with the aspect of meeting his two daughters together, which is his daughters, and he's having the right to have his daughters meet each other. But yes, you should have let Andrea know and let her keep it a secret, and not even tell that girl to keep it a secret. It's like you was doing the most on Lamar. But man up and put your foot down. And so he was trying to say, listen, Shantae thinks that you is not clueless. She said it's not true. It's like I'm not keeping her away from the family, and it's not true. She said she just might feel like you not welcome her. So just sit down and have a conversation with her, meet her, and reassure her that you is not keeping her away from her father. And Lamar got to do a better job at stepping up and making sure things is comfortable for everyone involved. All right? So she said she's willing to do that. We'll see. They'll see how that goes. So looking forward to that. Scott and Lindsay, I got nothing to say with these ladies. I don't have nothing to say with Scott and Lindsay, because Lindsay doing the most. She's doing the most. She is mad because she got caught, and now she's upset because he will not allow Terry Bell to stay in the van in the driveway, because that's a girlfriend, and she didn't tell him that. And she's also upset because he's snooping around her stuff and found a quote, and he believes every much about that quote. And she said it's a quote from a book. Got the book, and they put pinpoint exactly where's it at. If I would be accused of something, I said I wrote from the book, I would have put it to the page, highlight that thing, and say, here go the book. But she gave him the book, and he looking through it and see where's it at, and he's like, okay. So she destroying the offices. She destroyed the office, doing all this stuff, marking the table, blowing the pill bottles out, flipping the table over, telling, oh, as today we are officially over. And then she's saying that, oh, I called the shots, and he got to listen to what I say and everything, even though he paying the bills in the house, and he going to keep telling me to pay the bills, and he going to listen to what I say. Me and my daughter's not going anywhere. I said, that's his house. At the end of the day, your name is not on the lease or the deed, whatever. So he can kick you out. And she said, you got the power? I said, no. He can make one phone call, and your behind will be back in jail because your little outburst on television. I said, girl, and telling him, oh, we are done, and I'm going to have sex with somebody in your bed by the end of this week. I said, you go ahead and do that, and while you being in jail cell. I said, she's destroying my property, and she had no right to destroy my property, going through my stuff and everything, and I'm not comfortable with her around me. So that could easily. So you think you holding the power, Lindsay? You're not holding nothing here. You're not at all. So you continue on to think you're doing that. You continue on to think you got the you calling the shots. But Scott got that up in hand. He said he don't want to deal with her. He said he can't deal with her. He talked to his friend on the phone, and she talked to her person on the phone, and he said he can't. He can't. He said this is the most volatile, even toxic relationship he ever been in, and he can't deal with that. And it's only taking a amount of time before she blew up and showing him her true colors. And he said he was hoping, he was waiting to see, and now he see it and everything. And he was like, he know it was a matter of time for she could tick off and flip out like that. And now he got to see it. So now he don't want to be with her. So we'll see how that goes. He said, oh, she will be back in jail in a few months. She will. I said, hope you put her in jail. I mean, I'm sorry, I meant to say to put her in jail, but she's joining his property like that and all that stuff. She was doing the most. Chevelle and Quaylon. So Chevelle, Maila, and DMark is her cousin, went to a amusement park. And went to amusement park. And just having a good time and everything. Burt Mop, Quaylon Burt Mop, he called Chevelle. She is not answering the phone call. She's not answering the phone call. She said, I can't deal with him. Why he keep calling my phone and everything? And my daddy and my daughter calling you daddy and all that stuff like that. And you messed us up and you messed this family up. Oh, I was like, you the one who making your daughter calling you daddy. You the one having your daughter calling him daddy, all that stuff, and he messed up the family dynamics because why he doing what he's doing. So you the one who made it jump ship so fast. You're the one who made your daughter fall attached to this boy. You shouldn't have done all that. You shouldn't have done all that. You was looking so far, looking for a father figure for your daughter. That you was willing to have Quaylon be the father. And now the girl is so in deep calling him daddy, daddy. Every time she answers the phone, she said, oh, it's daddy calling, daddy this, daddy that. And it was like, that's just cringeworthy. I'm cringe every time that girl called this boy daddy. And I said, oh my gosh. And it's on you. So you want to be all about it, and then when he come around, you're grinning, is it? She was grinning. So since Chevelle wasn't answering the phone, Maya has a phone herself. I said, what 5-year-old gonna have a phone? I said, listen, I know kids these days have phones, but till they start preteen and stuff like that, that's when they get a phone. But not no figure 5 years old. No, she don't need a phone. So she, Quaylon called Maya, and she answered the phone call. DMark was right there because Chevelle went to the bathroom. And DMark said, who you talking to? She said, oh, my daddy. And he was like, oh my gosh. And she said, oh, I'm at the park, we're at the Ferris wheel and this stuff, and we're with Uncle DMark and all that stuff. And he said, okay, you there? I'm going to come see you. She said, okay, love you too. I said, oh my gosh. DMark was not having it. So they had Maya in the car driving, and then DMark and Chevelle were sitting down, and Quaylon walked up. Burnt Mop walked up, and he sat down next to Chevelle. She hugged him, and she so happy. She was grinning the whole time he was sitting down. And that DMark was not having that. He was saying, boy, what you doing? You got invitation. You got no seat at the table yet. So what you doing? You doing all this stuff, It's not pressing anyone. But DMark was like, realized that he can't save Chevelle. If she don't want no saving, she'll keep going back to him. He needs to stop wasting his breath. I said, DMark, you're a good looking dude. You're a nice chocolate little man. Find someone to boo thing around that amusement park and have fun over there while Chevelle's entertaining his fool. Because that's what I would have done. I said, DMark, you can find somebody. Don't even worry about fighting her battles. Because don't need to lie. Stop capping. Stop lying. Stop. Choose yourself. If you want to deal back with him, deal back with him. But now you got this little girl attached, and now you can't tell this girl to get it off Quaylon because now she attached to this guy and calling him daddy. I said, oh, Chevelle, whatever. And then Quaylon is not no good either. So I was like, I can't for him. Throw her away, throw him away. Like DeMarcus, the only moral person here. And he has more common sense than everyone of that little triangle, triple, family, whatever it is. And he's not here for it. He said he got no words for Chevelle. He's just tired of it. He's tired of it, and I feel him. He should be tired. Challenge face Michael and Sarah. I got nothing else with them. They're going back and forth. It's the same thing back and forth. They apologize to each other for going off at each other at the hotel. They apologize to their daughter Ariana and let her know that that's not the right way to have a conversation with your person. We both love you and we apologize and won't happen again, all that stuff. He asked her about Malcolm, and she said, I need to focus on my family. And I was sorry. I said, you stay focused on trying to get Michael to be the father of the kids. It's like, listen, if he show up, he show up. If he don't, that's it. Move on, girl. But you holding on to it. And Chad's friend Michael said he can get savage anytime he want. He can have sex with her anytime he want. I believe so. I believe so. He could look her one little way and say some little thing, and then right now her legs will be up in the air and he be banging out. I was like, listen, I don't understand. It's like, oh, she said, oh no, don't know. He ain't sleeping in my bed. I don't know where he's sleeping at. I was like, okay, whatever, girl. Whatever. So I guess they buried their hatchet. She said, you know how we keep arguing. We keep going back to the past. Let's not keep going back to the past and let us freaking discuss the future. I said the past does shape the stuff in your future, and it does shape the present as well. So you have to think about that. But if you don't want to keep hopping on the past, fine. Y'all agree not to hop on the past. But at the same time, you cannot ignore the fact that he want to be there now, that's fine. But he's a deadbeat. Like, what's he doing? Besides coming to the house every time, whatever, because the other girl's not working out. Him and Maria's not working out. So now he's up on your face. Okay, whatever. Amber, a puppy. Amber has a secret, and she's not trying to tell Puppy because she know Pepper is in love with her. They just got announced she's a week out of prison, and she just don't want to ruffle the feathers, shake the feathers, or ruffle the feathers, basically, and tell her that she still got a boo thing, a guy that she talked to last week on the phone. So we all know that Amber was all into guys. She wasn't even full deep into females like that. She only got with Puppy, and because they was in jail, and she knows she liked Puppy and everything, and her friends know that she likes Puppy, and Puppy's the one for her, so like that, whatever, to tame her down. I don't know why they feel like she's the one, but they say Puppy is a good-looking woman. She's right and all that stuff, and we'll see. We here for Puppy, and the friends are here for Puppy, but they also know that Amber always been with guys. They haven't been with a female like that, so we don't know how she gonna go about because she still talks to the guy in prison right now, and now she's know that Puppy likes her and all that stuff, but she don't want to jump that bridge and just take it as that it is. I do love her. She's wifey, all that stuff. But then you got a whole man in prison you talking to right now. I said, Amber, come on now. So she took Puppy out. It's supposed to be a day night out, make her feel safe, don't leave her. He said, okay, cool. And I think that Puppy saying that Amber like drinks to be gay with her. Because when she's so with everything, she's so distant. I see some distance she having for me. She's not showing her feelings. I sense things. And I think she's playing my emotions. But, you know, she was a little tipsy because they was drinking, they was kissing, they was dancing, dubbing. But at the same time, Amber was leaving her with Puppy. Amber left Puppy with some of her friends over here, and she was going on around the club, talking to everybody else. And with most of the guys, she was in the face. I said, ooh, so they lied back. Puppy said, I'm good. She said, are you okay? What's going on? What's up? She said, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And they went in the house. They didn't close the door. I said, can y'all close the door? Like, please? Can y'all close the door? Y'all just walked in the house and had the door wide open. So they got a room and it looked like they might have sex and everything. I said, oh no, y'all too drunk to even going on with this. Mm. I'm not with that at all. And we got Duckface Lacey and Shane and John. So John talked to his friend who they went to prison together and everything, and this said that he don't know what happened that night. He don't know what happened that night. He think that Duckface Lacey called the cops on him, and now he's back in jail. He think about that, and I think he thinks that he didn't really get a proper closure from Duckface Lacey. So he calling her phone, he texting her phone, and she's not responding, and that's pissing him off. I said, you better move on, John. It's like she playing you, she playing your emotions. It's like I said, you're not a bad nigga, dude. Get somebody else. Like your obsession with Duckface Lacey is like ridiculous. You want closure for what? She showed what it is. You think she called the cops on you? Believe that, move on, and know that she didn't really care for you like that. She said you want to go back to jail so she could be back to Shane. It is what it is. It may look like that, but that's how you feel. Move on from that, because this back and forth is doing too much. It's doing too much. Meanwhile, Duckface Lacey and Shane is sitting at the dinner table having, I don't even, dinner table was lunch or something like that. It looked like broad daylight outside, but it is what it is. They sat down, they was talking and they eating, and it was a little quiet for a while. And then Shane asked, he said, "Oh, how's it going to school?" And one of the kids said, "Bad, terrible." And they said, okay, people are lying, and kids lying in school. They said, oh yeah. They said, it's not good to lie. Also, not even telling the truth is lying. It's like you hitting a secret. It's lying. And it was like a subtle message, dig towards Duckface Lacey, and I think she picks up on it because it was like, oh, so you learned that up in prison? Did they teach you that morality? So you had a morality lesson? Like, oh, not to lie? Where you learned that from? And she picked him on what he was saying, because he was throwing a slight little subtle shade the right direction about keeping secrets and lying. And she was like, oh. So they got the kids going to bed, and she said, is something else you want to tell me? He said, oh, no. No. He asked her, is it something that you just tell me? She said, no. Why? Why you asking me this? Like, what's going on? What was like at the dinner table and you was coming after me like that? Like, I don't know why. And basically said, well, your father told me that you know that John is out. She said, oh, I can't believe my dad just went to tell Shane that John was out, and he just broke my trust, because I should have trusted him and everything. And I don't want John and Shane to get together, because I think Shane going to do something to John and got him in trouble, and I'm going to carry his baby. And I just can't do all that stuff like that. So that's why I ain't even telling and all that stuff. But I don't know. Like, I shouldn't even have to tell him, because I don't want that to happen. So I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. They didn't even tell him. So it is what it is. But now he's upset, man. And I'm upset with my dad, because he told him and he shouldn't have told Shane. And I was like, oh, good. But Shane said he see John, he going to do something. I said, Shane, you need to worry about your baby and worry about the family and not worry about John, because John will get you there and put you back in jail, and that's what he wants you to do. So instead of you want to bop him in his head, punch him in the face, throw him in the gutter, kick him in his face, kick him in the stomach, whatever you want to do, just calm down. Think about the bigger situation. Think adults. Ain't no paying John no mind, because he wants you to have a reaction. If you don't pay him any mind, then he gonna keep doing. He could be a little fool. But you don't want to go back to jail when you have a baby on the way. That's not good, because that will make her even more available for John to sweep on in and take what he left. And you don't want that to happen, right, Shane? So I know you're upset, you pissed off, you want to deal with that, and understand you want to protect your family, because John keeps popping in and out, and it's going to mess up your relationship. But your wife, who you married, should be more considerate of your feelings. I mean, I think she's considerate because she don't want you to react and go after John, because you know that's what she didn't tell you. But at the same time, y'all playing these little games back and forth with each other. It's like, come on, this three-way triangle, it's not cute. It's not cute. So we'll see how this goes. Shane, pay John no mind. Don't let him rile you up so bad that you go put yourself in jeopardy and go back to jail. I don't want that to happen. I like you. He's a good looking dude. You're a good standing dude. You look like you have good head on your shoulder. You want this baby. You happy. I want you to be happy. So let John go. And that was Life After Lockup, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode. And I'll talk to y'all later. Alright? Peace.